a first-time military handed to civilians. There was a first-time civilian handed over to civilian, and a first time that a civilian sitting government was defeated by another civilian sitting government. And there is a first time that a party like a Labour Party will come from decent in obscurity to global limelight and national impact.
What is the strongest campaign point of your party with which it intends to sell itself to the Nigerian public?
Nigeria has never had such a combination of well-intended, capable leaders with requisite positive characteristics, deep commitment, strong commitment, and high capacity to deliver. This is the first point. The second point is that Nigeria has sadly been disappointed. I don't want to expatiate on that, but Nigeria has been disappointed. It pains me a lot to find myself in the same situation where some people, I would say, were, in quotes, higher than me, made promises without the slightest intent of fulfilling those promises. I'm uncomfortable, though, look, we've made promises. We've promised security to Nigeria. We've promised better economy. We've promised education, eliminating corruption. We have made these promises and always ready to reiterate those promises. But wait a minute. What is it that Nigerians have not heard? That is my point of view. Peter Obi believes in action, like I do. And the too much talking that was done 2014 to 15, and how they brought the attention of the world, and nothing happened. So whenever I want to speak and think that before us, politicians have been given that name, you talk and you don't achieve. I beg to differ. We are different.
So how then do you react to those who say that you and Peter Obi are part of the old establishment?
That is very, very wrong. Peter Obi was a successful businessman, a banker of excellence, who was dissatisfied with how his state was. He contested in an opposition party, was denied. He fought for 3 years. He changed the political landscape of not just his state, Nigeria. Now, when he finished 8 successful years of good leadership in the state and was in need of practicing national politics, it became very necessary, painfully necessary, to join a national party. That's what happened. In 2002, I had every option of joining PDP because PDP had the government all the way from local government to presidential in my constituency. I joined the leading opposition party, and by Allah's grace, I defeated them. When I was elected to the Senate, I had every option of joining PDP. I didn't, and I joined. When I joined PDP, it was an opposition party, the leading opposition party, which was consistent. And by the way, it was with a great deal of reluctance that in 2017, December, I joined PDP because I established people's trust, if you remember it. It scored votes in 2019 elections. It was mine. I have the certificate right here in my office. After obtaining the certificate for people's trust, my people told me that, look, well done, but if you really are serious about presidency, you need to be in one of the established national parties. Of course, there is no way I will ever join APC. Reluctantly, I joined PDP, which failed to learn its lessons culminated to when I was contesting governorship in May this year, and things I don't want to say were happening, and I simply withdrew. So we are not from that system at all. We're a break from the norm. That's the way to put it. We're a break from the norm.
Breaking from the norm has almost never really favored politicians, especially at the federal level. But let me ask you this, linked to that. Would you say that the Labour Party has broken into the North?
Yes. When I joined Peter Obi's ticket, I ran into a brick wall. Craftily, brick by brick, I disassembled that brick wall. Behind it was very tough soil. I have softened the ground. In my pocket are very strong seeds that I am planting those seeds, and they are growing very fast.
In the North?
In the North. And those seeds that I'm planting are those of awareness. I'm in the business of creating awareness. That is education. The 4 allegations, wild allegations against my principal, all I need to do was to turn the barrel against the fire of the arms. There is not even a single picture in the whole of Nigeria, not a single one, even with some reward, that they can show you of anybody made to wear an ID card. Come on. Not even a single record in any morgue or a police station. Not a picture of any mosque being destroyed. I was so diligent, having had those big allegations, I went round, had people go round, can I just have one evidence to the fact of this? None. So I broke that brick wall. I became a victim along the way, to the extent that some people tried to set me up against powerful religious bodies. But of course, by Allah's grace, it failed. When I stated that I simply want to be known as a Nigerian in the context of 2023 elections, a very proud, respectful, decent Muslim, Hausa Fulani that I am, done everything I can do for my religion. Yet, because some people think they have their ways with propaganda, felt they could set me up against. And I suffered a bit, but it failed. In the same way, those allegations against Peter Obi failed. That was a brick wall. Going into the North, who has suffered religious bigotry in the whole world? The Muslim Ummah in the North. Take Katsina State, take Zamfara State. I'm not criticizing anybody. Who have suffered insecurity? They did. What was the bidding done in 2015? Religion and ethnicity. Well, now, please wake up. It is the era of competence and capacity. And the people are feeling it. I assure you, no Christian regime will ever reduce the number of prayers Muslims are to pray or the number of days in Ramadan. Nobody will do that. Go and pray all you want. Fast all you want. We're happy. Pray for us. My Christian friends say, please pray for us. And vice versa. Nobody will touch your religion. And look, that some sect, some group has an agenda, good. What is wrong with having an agenda? Have yours. Companies have agenda. Small organizations have agenda. Why shouldn't an ethnic group have an agenda? It's legitimate. They have a plan. Good. Is the plan to kill anybody? No. The plan is for them to have certain infrastructure, certain universities, certain banks, certain key appointments. This is quite legitimate and honorable.
You're a politician. You have won elections in this country.